Good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll be talking about doing the fuel filter change, both primary and secondary, on the 2016 to 2019 Nissan Titan XD Diesel 5.0 Cummins engine. This is going to be the DOX Diesel fuel filter set. You will have your O-rings, you will have your primary and your secondary fuel filter. Your part number is going to be Delta Golf Fox 41920. All right, so one of the first things you're going to want to do is go to the fuel port, go ahead and open it up. Make sure there's no pressure inside the system. It just makes it a little bit easier. Next, you're going to want to go under the driver's side door, the rear door. This is where you're going to locate your primary filter. Now, you will have to move this shroud. You can take off the two bolts closest to you and then loosen the third one to rotate this out. Let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, now you can see bolt 1, bolt 2 are out. The third bolt is loose. Guys, don't try and pry that around with this shroud in the way. You do not want to do any damage to this plastic housing. You're going to use a 12 millimeter on those bolts. Now what you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab your pan, just like so. You're going to want to take this yellow piece right here and go ahead and crack it open. This is where you can start seeing the fuel drain out. You're going to go ahead and leave it alone for a little bit. More than likely, you're probably not going to get all the fuel out, but you want to get enough out that when you crack this seal, it's not going to come pouring out. And if it does, well, that's what your buckets are for. All right, so now what you're going to want to do, come over here and take this electrical connector. You're going to want to disconnect it. There is a little black button there, right there. You're going to want to push that in and then pull out just like that. Set that off to the side. Get yourself an 1/8" socket. 1/8". I am using a 12 point. That will fit right on there. You can see I have not done anything else. It is slowing down. Excellent. Go ahead and crack it open. All right, I've gotten this to the point where it's loose. Just want to keep going. And that should come right down any moment. There it goes. A little loose. There you go. Now, just like mine, I had an issue getting mine out. You may need to take a flathead and gently bring it inside here and just work each side until you gradually take the unit out. Once the unit's out, go ahead and drain and clean the inside of the bowl. No dirt and debris should be in there. Let me show you why you want to clean this. Okay? This is what I got from inside of here. You don't know the condition of the fuel that you're getting. That's why it's very important to clean that out, because sometimes the inside of your filter the housing may look like this. Now that you've cleaned the inside of your fuel filter housing, you're going to have your secondary. This will be your secondary. Your primary. These O-rings are color coded. Green, secondary. Black, primary. You're going to want to pull that old O-ring off. I like to put a little bit of DC4 on mine. I'm also in aviation, so DC4 is pretty common for what we use for a lot of O-rings, especially ones that go around fuel areas. Now, take a pick or one of these flat bills, go ahead and slide it underneath, fry it up. Set that off the side so you don't mix it up. Clean that area first, because now you've broken the seal, you've potentially exposed it to other elements. You do not want to put a good seal, good O-ring on a contaminated surface. So make sure you get it all nice and clean. You just need to make sure that you coat the whole O-ring. That's all you're doing. What this is also going to do too is lube up the O-ring and give it a lot longer life. It's not going to dry out. It's not going to dry rot on you. You don't need a whole lot. And as you can tell, you can just see a nice little gloss on there. You don't need a lot. Go ahead. You're going to go ahead and then put that around. It should snap right in place. Just like that. Next, you're going to go ahead and take your new filter with a clean inside housing. I'm emphasizing that because it's very important. Drop that down. It should pop down. Once it is seated, you will know. I also want you to note, see that little tiny groove right there? This should slide right under there. Now it's time to go underneath and install it. Here we are back underneath. Go ahead and give all this area clean. Wipe down. I like to wipe everything down and make sure everything is as clean as possible. I can't emphasize enough how you need to have everything nice and clean. Again, look at some of the debris that I took off of there. All right, next, go ahead and take your filter housing, slide it up there, and go ahead and spin that on. Make sure you don't cross thread it. You should be able to put this on. I'm still doing it with one hand. You will get to a point where you're going to need the wrench or a socket, whatever you're using. I've already got a few rotations. Gonna want to put it on there. You do not need to go crazy tight with it. It's there. It's done. I did not Gorilla Tighten it. And you should be pretty much parallel with the frame. That's how you know that you're good. It's now in reverse order. Go ahead and take your plug. Make sure that your master key is in the same position. There's really only one way to insert this. When you hear the snap, it's in place. Give it a little tug, you're good to go. And in reverse order, go ahead and spin this back over, and with your 12mm, snug, put the bolt in, snug, snug. All right, your secondary is going to be located just on the slight driver's side as you're looking at the engine. That is your secondary. You may need to move your air cleaner, which is not a bad idea, in order to have as much room to remove that unit as possible. It's quick and easy. Obviously, I have a different kind of air take than stock, so I'm going to go ahead and move that out of the way because I would like to have as much room as possible. It'll only take me a couple minutes to do. All right, guys. Now, you can see that I've removed the air intake tube. I'm going to go ahead and go to the secondary right here. Using that same 1 inch and 1/8 socket, you're going to go ahead and go towards the driver's side or counterclockwise. And you can see it pops open. Now, go ahead and pull your housing up, and you can see that mine's a little grimy as well. You may have some fuel come out. It's good to go ahead and line up some rags to try to catch as much of it as possible, less mess. New filter. Just like we did on the last one. You're going to want to take your O-ring off and make sure that you put the new one on. Set it aside. Clean as much of the inside as you possibly can. You just don't know what kind of debris these things are holding. And on top of it, you also don't know what kind of debris that you might bring into the system. These trucks aren't cheap. So if it just takes you a little extra minute or two to clean them out, that's very important. All right, we are ready to insert the new filter. New O-ring is applied. I did put a little tiny DC4 around there so that it's not a dry fit. And then we are ready to go to install here. If you pulled this out and that there was already fuel inside there, it may leak out through the bottom. It may come out a little bit through the top. You may drop it and push some out. It happens. It's just the way sometimes this goes. Did you hear the pop? You push this down until you hear that pop and it's all the way seated. Go ahead and now take your cap. Make sure not to cross thread it. Once you're there, go ahead and tighten it down. Good. Let's go ahead and put our intake back on, your intake tube, and we will go to priming. All right, before we start the sequence on starting it, make sure you go ahead and put your cap back on. Do not jump in and start it right away. You need to prime the filters. By doing so, you're going to go ahead and hit your button between 3 to 5 times. We're going to cycle 1. Now I just heard it go off. We're going to go ahead and shut the truck off. 1, 2. I can hear it spooling up right now. Put on brake. Starting truck. There you go. Started flawlessly. No issues.